I would like to start this off by asking, have you ever worked for a company that works for you? Oftentimes, we work for companies that find us as workers expendable, but have you really sat there to think, how much of value are you to your company? Uniquely Me Toys' goal is to create a company that values the workers more than the customers. As crazy as that may sound, the workers are the people that we have to depend on in order to get the job done. The customers are there, of course, to bring in the revenue, but we need our workers to actually get the job done. What the heck is the company? Basically, my story starts back in elementary school when, of course, like many other kids, I was picked on. I was bullied. And it's usually about a lot of things that you can't control at that age. That's the time that your body is starting to develop, things are starting to change, and people feel like if you don't look like them, you're quote unquote not in the norm. So this company is to here to basically in place to redefine what beautiful is to kids and to help just eliminate some of the bullies. The company will provide dolls to help promote this. The target age range that I'm going for is between the ages of 3 to 8. Now, of course, with the modern day and age, technology is becoming a must. The kids are not really playing with dolls like they used to. So, versus just keeping it at just selling dolls and children's books packaged together, I also plan on providing an app. You can use it on your tablets, you can use it on your phones, just things that can go on the go or just when you're sitting around the house. On the app, I want to be able to have it where you can have a journal. I want to make it where you kids are able to connect with one another. So if there are other kids out there having the same issue, they're able to communicate and you can find a friend within the application. Now, of course, to do this and make it happen, I need workers. And to do this, do you fit? I hope you fit. Now, of course, the chief troublemaker. Now, I don't have standard names for my company. I don't want anything just to seem so formal. I want this to be a place where you're able to have a good time. I want it to be full of personality. So, in order to do that, the first thing I want to do, eliminate formal names. So, for me, I would call myself the chief troublemaker because I'm going to be literally putting working in every department until everything is running smoothly. And then I want to have the VP of the unknown. There's going to be somebody that needs to be under me to basically double check behind me and just making sure miscellaneous things are getting done day to day. I also want a genius. It can be a genius tech gal or guy. It doesn't matter who, but I need someone that is going to be good with keeping up to date with my technology, with making sure my app is up and running, making sure everything is doing exactly as it needs to do. I also would need a director of first impressions, basically my receptionist. I felt like director of first impressions it's more unique than just saying, hey, I'm a receptionist. And also, I need a sauce chief. Basically, that's going to be my product developer, making sure dolls are getting developed correctly, making sure new things are coming out, making sure I always have a new release when I need a release. And that's, of course, going to turn into a team over time. I also would like a pretty and a bow team. That's going to be my team that is going to be there to put all of my packages together, making sure that my products are going out looking like something that everyone wants to buy. I also would like an arts and crafts team, basically my marketing team, making sure we have creative drawing in flyers. We have everything as advertising wise, everything as far as promotions. I want to make sure this team stays on top of it and it's just not done. I want it to be done creatively. I also would like a money trail team. That's my financial advisor. I'm going to need someone to take care of the money issues. While I'm looking at the forefront and some of the things behind scene, I need someone there to make sure my P's and Q's are taken care of. I also want a master of disaster. Basically, they keep up with the paperwork if something happens. If the government comes looking, if the state comes looking, they're able to locate everything at the drop of a dime. They know where everything is. I would also like to have a project meanie. And basically, that's going to be my person that's going to keep everybody on track. It's going to be the person that everybody probably finds to be very aggravating sometimes. I need them to be excited about the job. I need them to want my workers to work, and I want them to help motivate them. Along with that, I would like to have a computer artist. That's basically my graphic designer. I thought it was a fun way to say, hey, I'm a graphic designer, but we call it computer artist. And basically, again, they're going to make sure all of my graphics are there. Along with them, I also would like to have a bright minds leader. These people that I want to work for my company, I want them to feel at home. I want them to feel secure. So some of these people might have children, and I would like to provide a daycare for their kids because it's just it's convenience. And I want to make sure that my workers, whoever works for me, they are finding benefits within working for my company. Your second home. Now, in order to create an innovative workspace, I have to make sure that people I have to make sure it's just not a typical office. I don't want plain white walls. I don't want standard cubes. I don't cubicles. I don't want to have formal offices. I want things to be brought to life. And in order to do that, I plan on bringing color in. I want the office to be a very colorful place. With bringing color in, it brings the fun in automatically. I do also want to have a game room where people can kind of release themselves during breaks and things like that. Or if they just want to go in there to hang out for a while, I want them to be able to do that. I do not want a 100% closed off office. Now, with that being said, I don't mind having an office with glass doors, but it cannot be completely blacked out where you can't know what's going on. I feel like everyone's a team and there's no one that secludes that, even me. I do want to make sure I have an open floor plan. With that being said, I want to make sure that that allows people to realize, hey, this is an open forum. There is no secrets and there is no stupid questions. And since these people probably will be here a lot, especially during the opening of everything, I would like to have kitchenettes. Rather that mean you go over and you want to make noodles or you want to just heat you up or something or anything to that nature. I just want to make sure you're able to do that and you're comfortable at work. Along with that, I would love to have creative labs. Now, with a creative lab, I don't necessarily want you to do work in these labs. I want you to be able to work on fun projects outside of doing work. Because sometimes, if you're working on something outside of work, you can kind of tie it into your work and it might give you different perspectives. I would like to have lounge for my workers, and this is no work. This is a no work zone. This is an area where you can go in and you talk about everything but work, and it will be a big sign. This is a no work zone. And I would love to have a music room. A lot of people can kind of tune into music. People hone into that. So I want to make it where you're able to listen to the music that you want, and everyone can be at their own different stations, and you can just kind of vibe and just relax. Now, of course, those were some of the perks, but there are actually more perks. Now, the biggest perk, I'm going to make sure I can provide food and coffee in the kitchenettes. I want to make sure that you're able to, again, not have to leave the job if you don't have to, and I want to make sure that you are comfortable. I would also like to provide a lounge space. With the lounge space in the game room, basically, again, this is going to be for the workers to kick back and relax. Unlike a lot of businesses, dogs are allowed. Um, of course, it would become a problem if you were allergic to dogs. You would have to let me know. But I do want you to be able to bring dogs in. There are yearly bonuses. A lot of people don't get that benefit, but yearly bonuses are included. You also get paid time off. So if you are pregnant, if you just need to leave for a while, vacation, anything like that, there is paid time off. Again, we're providing daycare for your children. There are free vacations. As long as we meet quotas at the end of the year, I will always make sure I'm able to take paid vacations with my team. We will offer full and part-time positions. We also have retirement plans, and once a member, you're always a member. So if there is a reason that you have to leave, whether that be retirement or just having to leave the company for other purposes, you will never not be a part of the Uniquely Me Toys team. And then there's the facts. We're a team. That means collectively we work together. We're as strong as our strongest member and we are as weak as our weakest member. So, with that being said, we always have to remember that we are a team. There's no one person that is over the other. We are all there for the same common goal. And there's no stupid questions. So, when it comes to communicating, you should never hesitate. This is an open platform to discuss anything that you feel necessary to discuss. Along with that, we will have phones. Cell phones won't be a problem. And even emails. I mean, you can do it formally, informally, but definitely it's a relaxed work vibe. And we grow with the day and age. So as far as innovating, as long as we're growing as a company, we will continue to develop and provide new material. And last but not least, if you are creative, you're perfect. If you're a creative person, you're perfect for this job. There's no one person that is just not able to get in a position at this workplace. There's probably something that we can do for anyone that tries to apply. As long as there's space, of course, we'll try to help you out as much as we possibly can. Where to actually start? To apply, of course, you would just go to the Uniquely Me Toys Inc.com. Towards the bottom, it's going to say careers, and just make sure you press careers and then go to apply. You can also email me directly, sending me resumes, information, and there's my email address there. And also, there is my business phone line as well. And here are my references.